The Three Kingdoms of Korea. For nearly 7 centuries, the Korean peninsula stood divided between three rising powers, Goguryeo, Beech, and Silla. Their wars shaped borders, their alliances altered empires, and their cultural achievements laid the foundation of Korea itself. This is the full story of their rise, their struggles, and the civilization they built together. Goguryeo, the Northern Giant. Our journey begins in the rugged mountains of Manchuria and northern Korea, where the ancient kingdom of Goguryeo emerged. Its founder, the legendary Jamun, was said to have been born from a mystical union between heaven and earth, destined for greatness from the first moment he drew breath. From these harsh landscapes, a warrior society was forged. Goguryeo grew strong because it had to. The land was unforgiving, steep ridges, frozen fields, dense forests. To survive, its people became skilled hunters, fierce riders, and disciplined fighters. This spirit flowed through the kingdom's veins, turning it into a military power capable of challenging the mightiest empires in Asia. Under kings like Gwanggaeto the Great, Goguryeo expanded deep into Manchuria, controlling rivers, mountains, and trade routes. Its armies were feared across the continent. When China's Sui dynasty launched massive invasions, once boasting nearly 1 million troops, Goguryeo resisted them all. Life within Goguryeo was hierarchical yet vibrant. Aristocrats from powerful clans held political authority and military leadership. Commoners farmed, crafted goods, hunted, and served in the army. War captives became slaves who worked on fortresses, irrigation, and state projects. Their society valued courage, loyalty, and physical endurance. Culturally, Goguryeo blended shamanistic beliefs with the spread of Buddhism. Bold murals inside ancient tombs show scenes of acrobatics, hunting, dancing, and mythical creatures. These paintings are among Korea's greatest artistic treasures, windows into the life, spirituality, and imagination of a kingdom shaped by the mountains.
Beech, the sophisticated maritime kingdom. Travel southwest along the rivers and open plains, and we arrive in Beech, a kingdom born from the same legendary lineage as Goguryeo. But Beech chose a different path. While Goguryeo looked northward toward war, Beech looked outward toward the sea. Founded by Onjo, Beech controlled fertile lands and coastal access that made it a center of trade and diplomacy. From its harbors, ships sailed to China and Japan, carrying goods, scholars, monks, and cultural ideas. Beech became a bridge of civilization in East Asia, respected not for its swords, but for its sophistication. Beech's ruling aristocracy valued elegance and refinement. Its cities grew into hubs of craftsmanship and learning. Buddhism thrived, shaping architecture, sculpture, literature, and rituals. Temples rose with beautifully curved roofs, statues of the Buddha were carved with soft, serene expressions, pottery and lacquerware displayed delicate artistry. Its political system blended monarchy with councils of noble families, creating a society where elite clans had strong influence. Markets bustled with merchants and artisans. Foreign envoys walked the streets. Beech was a kingdom where ideas flowed as freely as trade. One of Beech's greatest legacies was its impact on Japan. The kingdom sent scholars, monks, artisans, and architects across the sea, introducing writing systems, Buddhism, and advanced construction techniques. Early Japanese culture, including temple design, bears Beech's fingerprint. Society in Beech was stylish and expressive. Aristocrats wore layered silk robes, embroidered belts, and ornate jewelry. Music and poetry flourished. Festivals mixed local traditions with Buddhist ceremonies. Even in warfare, Beech relied more on agility and strategy than brute force, reflecting a kingdom guided by intellect and diplomacy.
Silla, the Golden Kingdom. Finally, in the far southeast, we reach Silla, a kingdom that began weaker than its rivals but eventually rose to unify most of the Korean peninsula. According to legend, Silla's first ruler was born from a golden egg, marking the kingdom as chosen by the heavens. Yet for centuries, Silla remained small and vulnerable. What it lacked in size, however, it made up for with organization. Silla developed the unique bone rank system, a strict social hierarchy that dictated everything from one's career to clothing. Although rigid, this system allowed Scylla's rulers to consolidate power more effectively than Beach's noble families or Gogurychio's competing clans. Step by step, Scylla transformed into a centralized and disciplined state. Among Scylla's most iconic institutions was the Hwarang, elite youth warriors trained in martial arts, horseback riding, archery, poetry, music, and ethics. They lived by a spiritual and moral code that emphasized loyalty, courage, and righteousness. The Hwarang grew to symbolize not just military strength, but cultural refinement, blending warrior discipline with artistic soul. As Buddhism flourished in Scylla, the kingdom became a center of religious art and architecture. Scylla artisans crafted magnificent golden crowns decorated with tree-like ornaments symbolizing the connection between heaven and earth. Temples such as Wangyangsa and, later, Bulguksa reflected Scylla's spiritual ambition and technical mastery. Festivals filled Scylla's cities with masked dances, shamanistic rituals, Buddhist celebrations, and communal feasts. Even commoners participated in seasonal ceremonies, forging a sense of unity within the kingdom. Its diplomacy was equally strategic. Forming an alliance with the Tang dynasty of China, Scylla launched decisive campaigns against Beach and Goguryeo. In 660, Beach fell. In 668, Goguryeo collapsed. And for the first time, much of Korea stood under a single banner, unified Scylla. The story of the three kingdoms is not simply a tale of war, it is the birth of a civilization. Goguryeo left behind its fortresses, murals, and a legacy of unmatched warrior spirit. Beach gifted East Asia with art, religion, architecture, and diplomacy. Scylla bestowed unity, golden craftsmanship, and a flourishing of Buddhist culture. Together, they shaped the identity, traditions, and soul of Korea. Their rivalry carved nations, their alliances shaped empires, and their cultures, combined, laid the bedrock of an ancient and enduring civilization.